Good morning, guys. Welcome to the match report video between our team and Wood Lane Red. Played last Sunday. This match report comes a bit later in the week. It took a lot of time. I was also traveling a lot this week, as I explained to the players that were in practice yesterday. So I ended up not having enough time between all the play selection, note annotation, video editing. It was difficult for me to get this done before. And frankly, I wanted to have a conversation with you guys before I send this video, because this is going to be a video where we're going to see a lot of good stuff, but also a lot of stuff that is not so good. And it's important for us to understand why, but also at the same time, it is important to understand, for everybody to understand, this is not an individual critique of every player. I will always do that individually with you guys, unless we're talking about something stupid that you guys should be doing in the first place. But in terms of match play and all that stuff, this is not individual criticism. Don't feel targeted, because you will see there's a lot of players, pretty much the majority of the players in the team, and it's all with the purpose of improving. Okay, but there is things collectively and individually that we need to do better, and everybody needs to be aware of those. And plus, everybody watched the game, so everybody knows what everybody did. So don't get attached to your feelings about what you're going to see and all that stuff. Just make sure that you use this information to the betterment of yourselves and the team. Okay, and in my case personally, obviously, I want everybody to improve. So if this is a good tool to have in terms of the feedback that I can give you individually and collectively as well. During this video, it's going to be very different. It's going to be very long as well, breaking into 4 or 5 parts of 5 minutes or so. So we're talking about at least 20 to 25 minutes. So you guys watch it in your own time. I would definitely appreciate that you guys watch this before the next match. So you have Friday, Saturday to watch it. It is 25 minutes, so it's not a big chunk of time. And then you can go back and forth to it. I'll also obviously leave a link for the full match if you want to watch it as well. I definitely recommend you to watch it, because the difference between the first half and the second half was huge, and it had nothing to do, like I said yesterday on the training session, it had nothing to do with the other team imposing anything particularly different. It was just us negating ourselves the control of the game through individual actions that cost us a lot. I'm going to start with a lot of positives, because because it's true. If you look at the game, you'll see 35 minutes of clear dominance where the opposition couldn't do much, and then a second half plus another 5 or so minutes in the first half where we ceded control through the actions that you'll see on the pitch. But before I do that, I just want to show you a couple of plays of each moment. I have particular moments that I want to show you in terms of switch play, forward play, defending, pressure, and those are the moments that I want to show you that we did really well, and that made us push this team so far back at times that they then started making mistakes much closer to their box, and we capitalized on it. Example, the second goal. I then gonna go into some build-up negatives some changes in behavior that we did that cost us, because it allowed the pressure to be made much closer to our box. Also, decision making, and this is where most of the emphasis of this video is going to be. So many moments of individual decision making that is negative after a certain period of time in the game that cost us. And finally, the goals. Okay, so we're going to break down the scored goals and the conceded goals as well. So let's go straight into that and get going. Okay, we're starting here with switch plays. Very positive examples in the first half in particular. We barely did switch play in the second half. But look, even when the technical level wasn't great, we will always find ways to get the ball. At this stage, we're playing 4-3-3. And as you can see, in multiple stages, we're getting the ball in these areas. Look again, this is a switch play. This is actually a bad pass from James, but he ends up being a good rotation here on the front side by Aaron, who comes out and immediately passes the ball to Albert on the run. So again, we're getting in good positions. I would say this play is going to end up here because Albert doesn't play first touch there. We are already playing here on a 3-5-2. But very important here, when this pass comes wide, we just continue that moving the ball forward, because we have a 1v1 with Leo and the striker. So this is for the 3-5-2. We need to get the balls in these areas through runs a bit more and passing. And then when we get here, we allow the entire team to move up. But still, great build up over there on the switch as well. This is another switch play, another positive switch play, going through the striker, holds the ball, moves the ball there to Johnny, number 8, which wins the 50-50. I would say wing back again, a bit wider, and never stopping the run. Just continue the run because you trust that the player on the ball will win it. And if he doesn't win it, we have 3 players in the middle. We have a back line of 4 with the other wing back, the 3 central defenders, which obviously one being the left back, which was left the position by the wing back here. We're playing with 5 at the back at this stage. So again, wider runs. Oh, sorry about that. Again, over here, wider runs and longer runs over here. And that would have allowed Johnny to put the ball in space. And now you have all these players chasing. These 2 players are trying to cover. This player trying to cover. That player is chasing. So you see, we had a lot of moments where we put this team in situations like this, which is very difficult because then when we win the ball in the final, in your third of the pitch, you're tired. Making decisions is going to be hard. Moving on to the next play. Over here, this is sorry, not this one, actually, this one here. Watch here, we win the ball. This was already in the second half, one of the very few times we actually switched play, and look at the result. Over here, we bring the ball. Now again, we're playing with 3 at the back at this stage. This is minute 54 of the game. In this moment, guys, we really want the players on the ball to try and drive a bit more into these spaces, especially playing with the 3-5-2. We really need the players to do that, to carry the ball. Because if you think about this, so if you think about this shape, I'm going to make it here. If you think about this shape here, when you have three central players, and then you have 2 strikers, Seb is one of them. So when Seb opens, he needs to carry, because in front of him he doesn't have many options. So he needs to carry the ball to allow enough time for now this player to come in, and this player to come as well a bit closer, this player to come, and this player also to go in front to be the striker while he's the winger. And then obviously at the same time allowing the wing back to come forward on each side of the pitch. This takes time, and when we're playing with 5 at the back, or 3 at the back plus the wing backs, we do need to do this. We do need to carry a bit more. There is an example here that I'm going to let you guys watch this play. So we come wide, and then we cut back inside, which is good, and the ball goes in. Unfortunately, bad contact with the play over there. But there is as well, you'll see on the forward run side, the positive impact of forward runs once we do that. But again, several good examples of switching play. Only 1 or 2 in the second half, which was a shame. There were many in the first half. I showed you 3, could have showed you at least 8 or 9, where they put a lot of pressure on the opposition team. Okay, now we head towards forward movements and how effective we were in these moments. Watch here, for example, a switch of play that doesn't really work. Technically, again, we're not at our best level, but quickly, James comes out of the line, ball to Seb, ball over to Leo. Pass goes a bit short, but just notice, and I'm going to bring it back, just notice, because the defender only has 1 second on the ball, because everybody's running back, they're not facing the play, Leo is on his shoulder and he's not going to be able to get the ball. Just watch in full speed. Ball gets to Seb, identifies, he's asking for the ball. The pass could be better, fine, but straight away, boom, we win the ball. It's so much pressure like this that it becomes very difficult for the other teams who end up winning the corner. Let's see another one. Forward movement here. Ball recovery, ball goes back to James once again, initiating play, long ball straight away to the winger. And attention to this, because this is important. I specified yesterday about the long balls not being good enough, and mainly was because in the second half we're playing long balls to nobody. This is not a long ball to nobody. James knows exactly where Seb is. The ball goes there. Defender almost intercepts it, it's true. But this is a good pass. This puts a lot of pressure on the team. And again, if a mistake happens, it's not really a mistake. He just couldn't get to the ball. It's very hard to get to balls like this. But if he does get to the ball, we still have enough players to go around and get that ball. A ball here, it's fine. This kind of long ball, it's absolutely fine and puts a lot of pressure on the team, as you'll be able to see. James now recognizes that he doesn't have the opportunity to go forward because obviously the player intercepted. So he comes back and tries to involve Thomas here, which is fine. He doesn't get it. But immediately, watch what happens after. Exactly what I was speaking about. Pressure on the ball, recovery. And you know what's going to happen after this? It's going to be our first goal. After this play, I'm going to stop it here because you will recognize it here when Johnny's in the middle. This is going to be our first goal. And it all started with us pushing pushing the ball up on the right spaces and with the right references. In this case, center back to winger, sorry. And over there, we put so much pressure on the play there. Let's move on to the next one. I believe this one is the next one. Yeah, look at this. Jonathan to Thomas, starts again. Now Liam is moving forward. Now Seb is moving forward. Look at this. The amount of players running back. The amount of players that we put on the back foot, running back. And now here again, final third. Starts the creativity, right? Starts all this. We look up. We don't have a way to move forward. Fantastic. You have 2 players in front of you. No problem. Start again. But now we're starting next to their box. We try a cross here. It happened a lot of times, and if Aaron is watching this, Aaron, you cannot be so far away from the play. You need to be more switched. And at this stage, when this player looks up to move the ball, you already need to be close to a space where you can attack the box. He doesn't, but regardless, we still get that second ball because of what? Pressure. The player is under pressure. He tries to clear the ball, makes a mistake, and we get it. Let's see another one. Individual pressure this time. Adam, excellent, gets on the ball. Not so good in the decision making. He's trying to play the ball forward a little bit too much. He probably should have controlled the ball a little bit there. But fine, we still get the ball back. We get the switch now. And watch what's going to happen. Boom. We know the reference. Boom. Ball into space on the run. Jonathan doesn't even look at Liam. Look at this. He never looks, but he knows he's going to pop in there. He trusts that his teammate is going to do his job. He puts the ball there. Fantastic work. Again, Aaron, a bit too late. By the time he's looking up, you should already be close to this player. Not. Again, clearance. One more time. Under pressure. Clearance is deficient. And we get another scoring opportunity. One more time. Again, forward play with a positive action. And most importantly, using the references. Let's see now in the second half. Let's see one more in the first half, because this one is very good, because it starts all the way back from our goal. Great pressure from James. He gets the ball back. He looks up, immediately knows that he has 2 references. And I'm gonna pause it here for a second, because the ball is gonna come here. This movement from Liam is so important. Watch what Liam is doing. He's right here. He's coming wide, and now he opens up, because this guy came thinking, oh, he's gonna play the ball wide. But we know we have that reference as well. He puts the ball inside, and look what's happening now. We're going through, and Johnny, of course, has a good decision. He ends up having a bad touch here, but see, he broke 2 players just with a run. If that last touch is good and the ball is on his feet, he now have a 3 against 2. We still get it, and unfortunately, again, the technical aspects were not very good in the first half for the first 10-15 minutes, and we end up losing the ball. But again, pressure. Now they're all unbalanced. Look at what they're doing here. Look at this player. They're communicating, telling this guy to go to the other side. He's not even on his right place. Number 6 was playing on the left side and even forgot about that. And this is the confusion that generates when we play like this, with such a big emphasis on moving the ball forward through our references. And this is not happening in the second half. And you'll see there is a few forward movements that are nice in the second half. This is already in the second half, as you can see. But we are not as precise in terms of our movement. Look, ball comes here, fantastic first pass. But now look what the decision is. We're stopping too far away from the ball, from the goal. Sorry, going here. That ball needs to be played on a run straight away. First touch on the run. Let's have the ball, especially the 5 players. And I'm going to bring it down here because I want to show you a quick diagram. If you think about when we were defending, we did not have the ball, so we had a back line of 5, a line of 3, right, and the 2 strikers. Seb is one of the strikers. When you get the ball. When you get the ball in this area, and let's say that just for the sake of the argument here, can I do a draw? This is more or less the halfway line, right? This is still too deep. We still have a lot of players behind the ball. This is not the same as Seb as a winger, having the striker in front of him and the other winger going into the box and having the 8s next to him. This is very different, right? And this is something that everybody needs to understand. When we're playing with a back line of 3 plus the 2 wing backs and then the 3 center mids, we need to allow time for the team to adjust to this. We need to allow time for the team to get up. How do we do that? Either moving the ball forward with a pass or moving the ball forward with a dribble or with a run, okay? It's very important, 1 or 2. This needs to be done. The players up front need to do it. Leo does it very well. Aaron also does it sometimes. Leo is the one that does this the best. I will give you an example very, very shortly. But doing this not only forces the opposition to go back, but also allows our team time to get there. Time to get there. I'm doing a bit shorter for the 6, but time to get there. And now we need to do a build-up, second phase of the build-up play needs to be slower than it would be with the 3 up front, because now we only have 2 central players playing as a striker, as forward, sorry. We don't have the wingers that we can put the ball to. We need 2 wing-backs to get into those areas, and when we are defending in transition to the attack, we need them to have time to go forward. We need to hold on to the ball a little bit more, play a little bit more with the support of the center mids, play a little bit of possession, keep possession there, either by dribbling or by passing, and waiting for the other players to come in, while also having the support of the 3 players here on this area, who also will come, but will be always together, so allowing the team to have balance on the defensive side plus the 6. Okay, so this is very important. Instead, what happens is that Seb tries to cut inside. We end up getting the ball here, but it's not a really good position because now we are under a bit of pressure and we end up losing the ball. Okay, I'm going to show you, I think I have a good example here from Leo in the second half, and I think it's this one here. Let's see if it's this one. The ball goes forward. Seb, yeah, it's this one. Watch what Leo is going to do. Boom, he has that 1v1, uses his body, controls the ball. This right here, until this point, it was great. He had to continue. You have no option. Don't stop. Go there. Because if this same tackle happens here, now the ball goes for a throw-in and we win it. And we can bring the team up. Bring the ball forward all the way. He did a great job. Brought it all the way here. Continue all the way there. No problem. Because, look, even if you cut, you don't have options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need to allow time again for the wingbacks to go forward, for the 8s to go forward, for the 6 to stay in balance, for the other striker to get in position. Because look, now if I clear this, Leo was playing, if you think about the 2 strikers, Leo was this one. Leo was the striker on the left side. So we cut in, sorry about that. We cut in there. We need to allow time for this striker to go the other way now. And this is nowhere near from happening at this stage. So we need to allow Seb also time to get in that position. That's where we want Seb to have the ball, not here. Because if we get it here, he's under the pressure of all these players. So now in these moments, the strikers playing on the 3-5-2, they need to carry the ball. They need to carry the ball further down the line in order to allow our team to either win a throw-in or a corner or whatever, or to keep the ball in the final third, and then we build up with the pressure of having all the players coming back, and we can switch from the back on a higher area and all that stuff. We didn't do that in the second half. Even when we changed that to a 3-5-2, to a 4-3-3, which we're doing right now. We're playing 4-3-3. Watch. Now, over here, we're doing really well. Ball goes to Leo, right? But now, look at the amount of time that we're taking to make these plays and blah, blah, blah. The pass is not so good. Johnny, great run over there. And we end up being clustered. We weren't able to do it with the same effectiveness that we were doing in the first half because everybody was compressed and we were so tired as well. This is minute 78. This is minute 78 here. You can see clearly that we're not as sharp as we were in the beginning of the game. We're much more tired. And this has to do with the amount of effort that we had to put in the game because we lost the control of the game, as you'll be able to see. Okay, now we're going to go into some defending and pressure moments that were really, really good as well. In the first half, in the second half, we did pretty well as well. Sorry about that. Tried to switch of play, lose the ball, which is fine. It was just a big pass. Xavi, excellent, being very aggressive. Something that also changed in the second half. Xavi, you became less aggressive, less close to the players. But look at this. Look at the amount of pressure that these guys have. They don't have 1 second to think. And this was 10 minutes into game. We have more situations. Team pressure. Ball to the center back to the center back. At this stage, we're not pressing, as we know we don't press that final third. As soon as the ball goes to the wing back, boom, we're under pressure. Bad pass, we're pressing. Look at this. Thomas is in front of the 8. Liam is right on top of the player. We don't give any chance for them to go anywhere. We did this so many times, very, very well. Again, Thomas unfortunately loses the ball, but I like that action, trying to go forward. But look at the amount of players that we have around. Boom, tackle, boom, no time, boom, again on the player. Look at this, so much. He has no space to go, loses the ball. Again, they got to be lucky here because Seb gets the ball, passes to Adam, bad control. But again, they're rushing it, they play it forward, and it's a throw-in. This is really, really good teamwork and good pressure. Another defensive moment, a positive one again. Ball goes long, which they did a lot because we're not allowing them to press. Ball goes wide, and look at how we defend switching the side of the play. Aaron very well. Al steps forward, gets beaten on the dribble. He shouldn't probably get forward over there. But look at the recovery from Danny. Look at what James is going to do over here as well. Get his body in front of the player. Get his arm on the player. You can't do anything like that. It's very difficult to play when you're being this aggressive. Again, look at this. Ball goes wide. James 1v1. Delays. Very good. Steps back. The other player is running. Now it's the wing back or the right back on the ball. And look at him. Boom. Ball in front of the player in front of the ball. Manage the control. Even if you lost the one there, Danny's there. Liam is behind. Excellent moment of defensive pressure. Let's see this. I'm sorry, this is a build up. 1 second. Let me just go into this one right here. This is already in the second half. Oh, sorry, this is not the one that I want to show because this is the one that is going to lead to goal. But actually, I'm going to show you this one. Again, very good moment. Although it's going to lead to the goal, that's an individual mistake. But look at Xavi. Xavi is telling Aaron to go. Goes. This is excellent. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Liam is going to recover his position. Danny's in front of this player. Watch again. Well defended. This is perfect organization in terms of our defensive shape. Unfortunately, an individual mistake. This is the play that leads to the penalty. An individual mistake gives up the opportunity. But look at the amount of good actions that we had in the game that once again allowed us to be so far ahead of this team. And we shouldn't have lost this game because of that. Now, because of how good we were. Now I want to show you a couple of build-up moments that are negative, and then I'm going to go to the decision-making, which was the bulk of this issue. All right, now we're going to talk a little bit about build-up negatives, which was a surprise in this game because we were so good before in previous games in the build-up play. And the majority of it starts because we're rushing a little bit, as you will be able to see in these examples. Also, our decision making. So the two deciders are obviously the goalkeeper and the player that receives the ball. And the majority of times what will happen is that these two individuals are making mistakes. And watch here. So Amici goes and plays the ball. At this stage, you can see James immediately saying to Amici that he should not be playing that ball that side. I'm not on James's head, but watch the problem that I see with this. Albert is not ready to receive the ball, which means that by the time that Aaron receives the ball, Albert is not going to be where he should be, which is here. So now we have a problem that you will see on the build-up, because now Aaron has to play a quick ball, but Albert is not ready. We end up losing the ball. So this is very important. Not only the goalkeeper playing with the right timing and understanding the references, which is, are my wingbacks wide? Are my number 8 up the pitch? Is my number 6 in front of me? Is my central defender in front of me? The central one when we're playing with 3 at the back. Are my wide central defenders wide? If we look back at this picture, here, we can see there are several aspects that are not correct. Number 6 is ahead of the number 8. So this player needs to be, this player needs to be further down the line to pull this player out and create more space. Liam should be there. James, okay. Aaron, okay. Although they could be opened a little bit more that way and this way, but it's fine. Again, over here, wing back on the right side. Let me clear all this up. Wing back on the right side should be all the way there before we release the ball. Nothing is done here, so Amici cannot be releasing the ball at this stage. We lose possession of the ball. Let's go into another moment. Again, looking at the references, we now have, thinking about the central defenders first, wide central defender, and central defender in the middle. Fantastic. 6 to 8s need to be higher on the pitch. So straight away, you shouldn't be releasing the ball because the 2-8 should be further up the pitch. What about the wing backs? 2 inside need to be touching the line. This one needs to be touching the line here. Sorry again. This one needs to be touching the line. Oh my days. This one needs to be touching the line here. And this one over there needs to be touching the line there. None of this is done. So there is no way we play this pass. Instead, again, we play the ball too early. But having said that, by the time he plays the ball, 1 is up. These 2 are slightly up than they were before. Liam is going to the right. The ball is going to the right, no problem. So, is this the same as before? Not as much, but still a problem because there were still several players that were not in position. Now, ball goes to the central defender, and this is the second decision maker, right? If we now think and we look up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on the side of the ball, 8 if you count this central defender. What we should be doing here, instead of going long, or instead of going here or going here, what we should be doing is switching the play from the back. Switching the play from the back. We spoke about this, we worked on this before. James, Aaron, Sam, Xavi when he plays there too. Ball goes to you on the build-up of play and we have too many players ahead of us. Start again. Build up play, switch play from the back so we can attack the weak side. Do not force plays. Instead, we're going to force this play here. We end up losing the ball. And once again, the team did not have to work. We're under pressure now, we're booting the ball again. And they didn't have to work to get this ball. We gave it to them. This is minute 34 and 35, guys. We only started doing this stuff on these moments. Okay? Another build-up issue. Now this is in the second half. Okay? Ball goes to Amici. Controls the ball. Very good. Watch what he's going to do. Play the ball. Play the ball. Why? Why are we playing this ball right now? First of all, we're winning 2-1. So we are already under some pressure because we're inviting this pressure. We have one player not positioned properly. This player is positioned properly. 2 players not positioned properly. Number 6 needs to be here, close to us. 3 players not positioned properly. Liam is behind the player, so he's not an option. So when the ball gets to James and he looks forward, what options does he have? Liam is marked. Liam is marked, so if he tries to do this pass here, he can be tackled or it can be intercepted. Jonathan is not ideally receiving the ball here because he has a player right behind him. So now we don't have 2 options. And even the pass itself, because it goes wide and this player is going that way to press this way then, we now cannot come back. So we trapped there. Instead, all we have to do, if we come back here, all we have to do in this moment is stop, not play the ball, and allow the players to get into their positions. Get into your position here. Open up a bit more. Get into your position here. Get into your position here. Allow that. If you don't allow that, then situations like this happen where we're playing, but we're just rushing play for no reason whatsoever, allowing the opposition to press us, and we end up losing the ball once again. Because again, like I said, Liam is behind the player. He can't really be in a better position because the player already set that pressure. So we're done. Another example. Let's go for example number 4. The ball goes here. Amici gets the ball. Immediately, I spot several issues. We're playing with a back 5 still. Aaron not going into position. In fact, he's never even looking at the player. He should be not facing the goalkeeper. He should actually be facing this way and just track sideways on that way. Albert is moving this way, which is good, but he needs time. Johnny is moving this way like he should. Thomas is not. He should be moving up. Liam should be moving wide, not forward. And James is well positioned. This is not the right conditions to play this ball right now. This is not the right conditions. Aaron is only now starting, end up playing the long ball. Why are we playing the long ball? Like, it makes no sense. We lose the ball. We have 2 clear options there. We end up giving the ball away. Look, 2 clear options. Despite the fact that obviously I still think that we shouldn't be playing that pass because Danny needs to be deeper. Johnny and Thomas need to be a bit higher. Albert needs to be a bit wider. And Liam on the other side needs to be on this side right here, which is clearly too high. Instead, we're booting the ball up. We lose the ball. And it's an opportunity for a counter-attack. I think this one is going to be clearance and then they start play. Exactly. And once again, they didn't have to work to get this ball. Let's see another one. Last one. Yes. Aaron is ready, but nobody else is. Let's go here. Albert, by the time the ball is released, should be here. He doesn't have enough time. Johnny is free, so I don't really mind him being there. I don't mind any of these 3 positions at this stage because the ball is released so early. But even when the ball is released, James is so far away. Again, James should be there. He shouldn't be having to now run all of this space. And also, Xavi should be here just in case we need to cover when we lose the ball. Instead, we play long, quick. We play quick straight away, not long, sorry. And we end up with this. Now he doesn't have options. He's looking up. And what is he going to do? He's going to have to play long to a series of orange players. No way we're going to get this ball. Or if we get it, it's because this guy had to run miles to get it. So this is the kind of things that we need to not do. And this is a change of behavior that we didn't see on the previous 2 games. And it feeds off other changes of behavior. everybody starts playing too quick. Now the goalkeeper is playing quick. The central defender is playing quick. And in this case, I know that this is Amici. And obviously I understand that Amici is missing the midweek training where we have done a lot of this work. This is why it's so important for you guys to have a look at the content that I release, because you wouldn't miss this information. Even if you miss training, you don't miss this information because I shared it on the group, on the posts. I have a specific schematic with a diagram and also animations on how to do this. If you watch this, which takes like 2 minutes of your time after each session, you wouldn't be doing these mistakes. So I have very little sympathy for this. I understand that everybody's busy and you guys have school, but I'm talking about 2 minutes. You guys commute to school and all that stuff. You should be looking at this while you're commuting to school. What are you doing? Watching cartoons? I don't know what you guys are doing, but for 2 or 3 minutes, I don't think it's a lot of time for every training session. Watch 2 or 3 minutes of video animations on what you should be doing and what was done on that session so you can improve. And now let's move on to the decision making, which is the last topic before we go into the goals. Right, some moments of decision making, and this is very individual. And again, I go back to what I was saying before. Don't take this as pure criticism, but look, okay, in this moment, loads of space around. I don't want anybody releasing the ball in this particular situation. I understand that there is a player in front of you that is in better position, but as you can see, he's under pressure as soon as he receives the ball. There's no point. I spoke with Thomas yesterday about this and with Adam as well. Drive the ball. Force the defender to come to you, and then you can make 2v1s and combinations and stuff like that. I'm going to go quick through this because I already spent a lot of time with the others. Okay, over here, decision making from the goalkeeper. Go down and catch this ball. What are you doing, Amici, in this situation? Giving the ball away, but then we recover the ball, and Liam as well. What are we doing? We didn't even check our shoulder. No pressure, just putting the ball out. Guys, this is minute 37 of the first half. We are inviting pressure. I just showed you examples of us getting out of this pressure very well, and now we're starting to change our behaviors. Okay, next example. Also in the first half. Throw in. This is going to actually be the start of the first goal of the opposition. Recovery. Ball goes to Aaron. Lifts the ball over the defender. What are you doing, Aaron? You have an option, a player running. Aaron, you have Danny, on a run right here. All you have to do, lay off first touch and he's running through. Instead, we lift the ball over the defender in the middle of the pitch, something that you did 3 or 4 times in this game, by the way, and you haven't kept the ball a single time you did this. You need to stop doing that. Instead, we lose the ball, we do a free kick. After this is the goal. Another example, in the second half already. Ball over here, and this is one of the examples where we will start seeing a lot of they don't even have to work to recover the ball. In no moment, Johnny puts this ball forward. In no moment, Johnny in this case, looks to the side. He has Adam free here, which then would allow us to start switching play, would allow us a bit more time on the ball. Instead, we try to go long, 1, 2, 3 players around 1 player or 2. We're not going to win this most of the times. End up going to the striker. We're trying to play too quick forward all the time. We need to pass sideways a little bit in these areas. Another aspect over here, another decision making, negative, boom. 3 players around the ball. Bring the ball down. Instead, we're playing long to Seb, straight to the defenders. We don't get this team to work at all to get the ball. Look, just bring the ball down. Control that ball, control the tempo of the game, control the pace of the game, bring it down and start playing. 3v1, if anybody comes and presses you, quick interlink plays, interchange of passes, and we go through that pressure. Instead, again, we're trying to play long. One more time. Over here, Aaron. Ball goes to Aaron here, lifts the ball. Again, one more time. He's going to slip, loses the ball. Like, how many times are we going to do stuff like this? Another decision-making problem. Aaron, this is the play that I was referring to yesterday. Great. See, checking shoulder constantly. Player comes in, easy. And then we just shoot the ball. We just pass the ball forward to nobody. Bring it back. Bring it back here. As soon as you receive the ball, you have Xavi as an option. If you don't, you just have to control the ball, not let it run. But even here, John is free. Danny is free. Thomas is free. If you want, you can even come and combine 1-2 with Seb. Instead, we're trying to play to the striker for whatever reason. He's in the middle of a bunch of players. We lose the ball. Once again, the team didn't have to work to get this ball. Let's see more. Throw in. I spoke about this yesterday. Stop right there. I spoke about this yesterday. So many times Danny was free. Perfect primed position to receive the ball We know Johnny's going to run there, and we switch the play. Instead, what do? We play the ball long. So many times we did that. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 players there against 2 players. We're not going to win games playing like this, guys. And we, again, allow the opposition to get the ball over and over again without barely working for it. Look at here. Look at this one. So, great pressure. The skillful player gets passes, okay? We still organize. Very good, Thomas there. We get the ball back over here. Exactly what I said before yesterday to Thomas. Why? Just drive the ball. Just drive the ball. You are in front of the player. You're in front of the player here. Look. You're in front of the player here. He's not going to catch you. And if he does catch you, sorry about that noise from my phone. If he does catch you, just protect it, shield it, work with your teammates. 1, 2, 3 options, 2 forward options. Instead, we kick the ball. These guys don't even have to work for it. Again, one more. Let's go. Over here, ball goes left. I think this one is James. Ball goes to James. Get rid of the ball. Why? Control the ball. Start playing. You're the wide central defender. We're playing with 3 at the back. You can initiate play like you did before. Don't play short here. There's no point. He's going to be under pressure. Now he needs to lose the ball. And look at that. Once again, they got the ball. No work done. Instead, and actually, I want you guys to hear this. Hear what I say. I hope you can hear this. If you didn't hear what I said, we're losing control of this game because nobody wants the ball. And as you can see, by the amount of examples I already gave you, this is a fact. And I was watching you guys play, and it was incomprehensible how we were doing stuff like this. Let's go to another one. Is this the same one? It is the same one. Let's go to another one. Over here. We go wide, good positioning. Try to combine, very good. Excellent. Why are we coming back? We spoke about this again. Try to switch into the number 6, lose the ball because they're under pressure. Over there in that moment, we just need to continue to progress forward. We broke this pressure. Look, 1, 2, 3, out. Just drive the ball. Leo is asking the ball ahead as well. He can start running into that space and we can drive the ball. Just drive the ball. This is what I was talking about as well, Thomas, yesterday. How many times you turn in the second half instead of going forward? It was crazy. Just drive the ball forward. Drive into the wide areas. Find the spaces. At this stage, we're already, it's a 2-2 match at this stage. Another decision-making moment. Look at this. This is now in the final third. We have, for you guys to understand, 2 + 1. Fantastic. Why? Why are we doing this? Who are we trying to pass the ball to? We managed to get it back, but now he's under pressure to make a decision. And again, we try to put the ball inside the box when we have Albert back. But you see, if you just got rid of the ball like that, what is the confidence that then he's going to have to give you the ball back? You know what I'm saying? This all is contagious. It starts all with the individual decisions. Go back here, allowing in full speed. Great positioning. Just keep the ball. Allow Johnny to come back. Allow Danny to come. Instead, we don't do it. Then we try to put the ball inside the box. There's like 6 players inside the box. Only one of ours inside the box. We end up losing the ball. All this scuffle. And now they're hitting us on the counter-attack over here. A bit soft. And they're hitting us on the counter. We end up recovering, but we lose the ball again. I'm pretty sure of it. We're going to lose the ball right here in a specific moment. Here, there you go. We end up again playing in congestion. Again, a bit of what I said before. Player gets the ball. Drive. Force the other team to come to us. We don't do that. Instead, we're just panicking now on the ball, doing bad decisions on the ball, all that stuff. This is build-up play. Let me see. Yeah, this was it for decision making. There is more examples, of course, but I don't want to oversaturate the video with that. So it's around 8 minutes on decision making already. But again, going back to what I said, guys, so important that we are making good decisions in the game. And I get it. You're not going to make good decisions all the time. In the first half, we have moments. And I showed you, for example, Adam passing the ball to Aaron. But this is in a situation where we are in a lot of control of the game. One bad action doesn't overcome all the other good stuff that we're doing. But when we're doing a lot of bad stuff, we're just inviting problems and trouble. Okay, now I'm gonna finish this video with the goals, breaking down our scoring goals and then the conceded goals that led to a defeat on this game. Okay, now the goals. You already see it's in the beginning of this play. The only thing I would say on this play, and I'm not going to stop it, I think Aaron should be a bit higher on the pitch. The ball is still played wide. And we have good players that can find solutions by themselves. So Aaron, creativity there, good cross, good finish with Leo, 1-0 up. Very good. Second goal, good team pressure. Ball goes past, but look at the player, he's scrambling. He gets a bad pass. Aaron goes 1v1. Dribbles past 2 players. Has a shot from outside the box. 2-0. I'm going to go back here, just say very quickly. I think that this was not, although obviously it's a goal, so it's hard to debate that. But there are 4 players in the moment of the shot. After this dribble right here, Leo is completely free in the middle. A layoff pass would be good, either behind the player on the right side, on the left shoulder, or in front of Leo on the right shoulder. But managed to get threaded through the defenders. 2-0. Now let's go into the conceded goals. I'm going to start over here. So this is the free kick that after the after the attempt of chipping the defender from Aaron. Bogo is played wide. We're pressing well. We control the situation really well. Good clearance, although I would say the clearance should be going wide. First touch pass, and this is where I'm going to go. I'm going to go back, and I want you to look at Aaron's behavior in particular, and Adam and Albert on the side of the ball. I'm not going to say Xavi because Xavi is marking a player there, but these 3 players. So I'm going to go back now and watch. Too passive. Way too passive. Then good shot. Amici could be better position maybe, but it's a really good shot. And goal. I'm going to bring it back here. First touch pass. Bang, bang, goal. We need to box out quicker. We worked on that yesterday in training. So just making sure that that passes on. Second goal. 2-2. So it's a throw-in for us, and we play quick. Ball goes to Thomas, and Thomas cuts back to James. James back to Thomas. At this stage, very good. At this stage, we also need to start moving forward. We don't. Thomas goes inside, into pressure, loses the ball on the second dribble. Recovers it back, I believe, at some point. No, he doesn't recover it back at all at this stage. He's going to recover it back here. And now, we cut back inside, lose the ball, lay off, take too long. Also, Aaron, you scared me. This jump over here, what is that? It can't be like big body. If you get hit by the ball, you get hit by the ball. You can't be jumping and facing, putting your back to the goal. Ball goes under your legs, 2-2. And in 2 shots from outside the box, they score 2 goals. Can't happen. We can't be cutting inside, Thomas. We need to start going forward as well. We need to taking ownership of the play going forward. Can't cut inside, especially inside of in front of the box. We do that, and we concede a second goal. Third goal. Again, bad pressure from Jonathan here this time. Not very often that we see Jonathan doing this, but he presses bad. He recognizes this, and now he's coming to cut, but it's too late already. Goes back to the winger again here, to number 8, and again here. Good position. At this stage, we're playing with 4 at the back. Good position. Trying to stay sideways on, so if the pass goes wide, he can go and press. If he comes inside, he can go and press too. Allows Aaron to recover, ball goes there. And now this is where the error comes. Zav, why are you leaving the central area of the pitch to go and press a player that is already marked? Like, it makes no sense. Let's go back here. 5 seconds ahead. When the ball is released, Aaron is a fast player. He's recovering his position. Even if the player shoot from there, Xavi is never going to get there. And Amici needs to control this space. So there's no point on leaving that area. And if you think about it, and if you look exactly in this moment, where the player makes the pass, he makes the pass under Xavi, right on the side of him, exactly where he was. Xavi was right here before. He intercepts that ball, clears out, no problem. Instead, bad decision making on the switch. There was no switch to be made there. 3-2, and now we are losing a game. 4-2. This is the penalty already. I'm going to bring it back now because the play starts. Obviously, the penalty. Again, it was Xavi in this situation. So this is where he starts. Ball goes wide. Not much pressure, no need. Ball goes long. Too much space, of course, between the striker. But okay. Good switch. Good combination. Good recognition of the space. He's telling him to switch. Until this point, I already spoke about this before. Now we're engaging. Delaying, delaying, delay. I'm going to freeze right there. We do not need to shift our balance. We do not need to shift our balance. When we shift from right to left, left to right over here, you don't need to do that because the player is always on this side. if you shift, you're inviting the player to cut in and break you on the other side. He does that really skillful, I gotta say, very good skill. He does a step over, there's another step over, I think, and then he cuts, very good. Why are we doing this foul? Why are we fouling the player from his back when we have everybody in balance? Everybody did a good job in terms of coverage, so we need to trust our teammates and not make a stupid foul inside the box. We have 2 players there, and James is going to get the ball as well. No point. And now it's 4-2, game over, and we're done. So, guys, a series of individual decisions, individual mistakes, individual actions that led to us losing complete control of this game and losing this game against a team that, yes, they were good, but they were not better than us. They were not better than us. They're the best team that we played so far, but they were not better than us, and we lost this game to 4-2. And now, instead of having 9 points, we have 6 points, and we're in the middle of the mix. Obviously, early in the season, I spoke about that yesterday, but it's very important that we win these games. In close games like this, which wasn't close. If you watch the game, and I will, again, I recommend you to watch the game again. This was not a close game. We dominated this game in the first 35 minutes. And then we gave it away with all this compilation of actions where nobody wanted the ball, nobody took the right decisions, or most of the times nobody took the right decisions. There was a few moments here and there. But this cannot happen. We need to be composed. We need to make sure of the way that we want to play and not deviate from that. We did, and we got punished. And this cannot happen, particularly in a level of teams like Wood Lane, which is going to be a team that's going to be on the top 5 of this division. I'm pretty sure of that in the end of the season, but or close to it. We cannot lose these games because these are the teams that are fighting with us to be at the top. And these games set up the tone. Very different from what happened in the previous 2 games where we just missed chance after chance. On this game, we let the game go. And this cannot happen. On the previous games, we did not. Only 5 minutes of the last game, but they were just booting the ball. And we kind of controlled that pretty well. This, we gave momentum, we gave opportunity, we gave everything to this team to punish them, and they punish us, and they did. Okay, and it can't happen. So hopefully we can recover from this. Going to the next game against the 8, which is going to be a tough game at home. This team is a good team. The 8 has had some good results already. And I expect a very, very difficult game, as it always is against this team. Last year, we had a loss and a draw against the 8. We need to get a win straight away and respond straight away to this loss with a win to get us back on track. Okay, I hope you guys take this and bring it back on your reflection, and I will see you guys on Saturday for another session before our match on Sunday, and then after that we have a break of a week for halftime. Okay, take care, and I will speak to you guys at training.